I disagree with H-Rock's statement that Biden hasn't done anything. I saw this. I think they misunderstood what I was saying here. I certainly wasn't saying that Biden has done nothing. And in fact, I was telling Aiden, we were having a call, we were just talking, and I said, I think history, as old as this was, and as much as his brain was slipping, I think history a long way from now is going to look on a lot of the things Biden did pretty kindly. However, I believe that Biden, much like every president before him since Reagan, outside of Clinton, has suffered from the exact same problem of being unwilling to make any hard choices financially, thus dooming future generations to ever increasing debt burdens. And that is the thing that's slowly, causing asset price inflation and eroding the middle class and causing our society to become more stratified. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about mostly economically. I think he's done. One thing I haven't talked about on stream at all that I think needs more mention, because I was wrong about this when it was happening. I don't know if anybody watched 2 years ago when I was talking about how I was kind of upset that Joe Biden was draining America's strategic petroleum reserve. America has like a big, we keep a bunch of oil. We have a bunch of saved oil. And I was like, I think it's kind of whack that he's draining the whole thing to keep gas prices low during his term. But it turns out that Joe Biden is like the single greatest oil trader in human history, and I'm not kidding. He literally sold at the generational peak of oil prices and is now refilling it at like $25 a barrel cheaper. The amount of money that netted America is insane. We literally got years of lower gas prices because of it, and it broke the back of OPEC, which was trying to, starve out the shale producers here. So it was actually an incredible move. I don't know if it was him. It was probably an advisor, right? But whoever he had around him that suggested that and they went through with it, it was incredible. It was an incredible move. History will look upon that very kindly. So I was wrong in the moment and I did not see the vision. So yeah, I wouldn't say that Biden has done nothing, but I don't want to give him too much credit because, like I said, I don't believe the economy is good right now. And the things that people point to are like on the back of just insane government spending, insane $1 trillion deficits every 100 days, government spending that is unsustainable and just leaves the problem for a future generation to deal with. What is this? Oh, dude, the amount of people that were Googling can I change my vote? What is a tariff? All these things after the election was wild. That shit was wild. But we got a Marketing Monday coming out explaining what a tariff is. So, what's funny? Okay, so a week before the election, I made the exact same take I made the night of the election, which is basically saying that, I think Trump's going to win. People voted for it. I think it's not going to work out well. And I think it's going to cause us to get a better candidate in 28. That's the core of it, right? So I made the take a week before the election, and someone made this exact same thread 14 days ago, and everyone's tearing into me in the comments. And then this guy makes the exact same thread after the election when I make the cake again. And all the comments are like, actually, H-Shark was pretty smart on this one. They're all defending me. They're all like, yeah, no, actually, it's you know what? I'm going to take the blows. I got to power through. People hate you because you say the truth. I'm standing on business. So also in these comments, he's just being optimistic. There's nothing wrong with being optimistic. And then if you go to the one a week ago before this, it's like, he's so pessimistic. He's so pessimistic. It's so funny that, how the vibe can shift on the exact same take 7 days apart. There's it's a preserved in amber. Please, this made me cry. What's this, Mike's Hardest? And that's where I find a glimpse of They just did the power transition meeting at the White House where Biden and Trump shook hands and hung out. They were just smiling ear to ear. This is the happiest I've seen Biden in 4 years. It's crazy. I feel like he did give him a little peck on the cheek. Can you imagine Biden and Trump leave their wives, get married, and Biden becomes first husband? Would that heal the country? Would that heal the divide? And Biden, his first act as first husband is to make school lunches tastier. No healthy shit. Just like a big ass bag of Doritos and Chick-fil-A and shit. That might turn this country around. He'd actually be called the first gentleman. My bad. My bad for not getting the term right in my scenario where Joe Biden and Donald Trump get married. Thanks for correcting. I wanted to make sure that I was 100% correct, folks. Is there ever a time when having low interest rates or having low interest rates is a bad thing? It leads to inflation is the long and short of it, bro. The reason they raise them, the only reason they'd raise them, everybody wants them lowered. Everybody on Wall Street wants them lowered. Everyone in the government wants them lowered. Everyone at home that wants to buy a car or a house, or they want them lowered. The reason you raise them is to fight inflation, which they haven't even done. Well, I'm sorry, they fought it, but it's clearly sticky. It's above 2%. We're not going back to 2%. We're not even close to 2% anymore. It's sticky. It's ticking back up. Inflation got hands, bro. And we didn't finish the fight. They fought it and lost. That's actually what they did do. They fought it and lost. Any opinion on the Argentinian economy? It's bad, but he's trying some radical stuff. Inflation is down. Poverty is up. So it's tough to say. It's something I'm watching closely. I have a tendency to want to believe in it. So I'm a little biased towards it. I'll be honest with you. I'm biased towards it because what was happening before in Argentina clearly wasn't working, clearly was headed to endless financial ruin and constant debt bailouts and problems. I fuck with it, but we gotta watch closely and see. I can't be too blinders here. And you know, as usual, I wish the person doing it was a little less crazy. But that's just something I've come to recognize, that I'll never have my wish granted, because you have to be larger than life to get the average person to care about you enough to vote. Trump already sick of Elon. I talked about this on the Marketing Monday. I said he's gonna get sick of him.
We have a man who has a seriously high IQ. You know, I'm a person that believes in high IQs, and his is about as high as they get. You know, he likes this place. I can't get him out of here. He just likes this place.
I mean, that's just a joke, but kernel of truth. We'll see. My understanding is he's not necessarily fed up with him yet. There's just people around him that are starting to get fed up with Elon showing up to every meeting and weighing in on every decision like he's co-president. He called himself the first buddy. Oh, God, it makes me cringe, but what are you going to do? Hey, H-Truck, longtime YouTube frog. I heard you recently talk about how the Democrats need to restructure and have an FDR-type candidate in order to have a chance in the election. What do you think would be the best first course of action? The first course of action is to get a hold of some of FDR's semen for the cloning process. Who's got that? Frozen, preferably. The first step, well, people are going to call me a doomer. I'll be honest with you. The first step, if you wanted to get someone like that, is for some of these policies that are being proposed to roll out and not be effective. So things have to get worse in some way. Things have to get worse. People are angry. People have to be angry at the current administration. Well, the Trump administration once it comes in. And then in that discontent, leaders start stepping up historically, who are able to speak accurately to the true problems people are facing. And then as they gain popular support and build a wider coalition, then they can sweep into power. Have you considered that FDR may have already been cloned, but the clone got addicted to Skibbity Toilet? Not only did I consider that, that's my base case. That's what I'm planning on. I feel like that's the best. The weakness of the original FDR was that he didn't know enough about Gen Alpha memes. My new FDR, Skibbity FDR, will know about Riz and Gyotonomics and be able to talk to the kids. You know what I'm saying? But still, like, obviously raise taxes on the wealthy and build a thriving middle class. Franklin D. Skibbity. Here's a real question. I want to get serious. You guys you're always saying stupid shit and it throws me off. Here's a real question that I want you guys to actually think about. Do you think we should get rid of income tax and replace it with fanum tax? And I want you to think on that. This is like a real, would this help or hurt the economy? Would this, unironically, yes. So unironically, you believe that everybody in America, when they hold up a burger to eat, fanum should be able to come in and take a bite out of it and grab some of their fries. And that would somehow fund our government, or it's called trickle down economics. How does it trickle down? It trickles down fanum's chin. The sauce on the burger? That doesn't make a lot of sense, I'll be honest with you. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. That's a good theory. What if everybody who's homeless in America gets to wear a t-shirt that says fanum or whatever, and then they get to go and take a bite of whatever they want? That way we solve hunger. It's fanum tax. That's the one, folks. Then it becomes sort of a caste system, which has always worked out well historically. Yeah, exactly. TikTokers already do that. TikTokers already do that. You're right, TikTokers. But then that's good because it also it gives the TikTokers things to film. So that makes the economy go there. I think there's a lot of wins here. I think you're only thinking about the downsides, but there's a lot of positives.